rib cage, that rhythm. See if you can connect with your also pulsation of your heart. And bring one hand to the heart and the other one to the floor. And now see if you can connect also with the pulsation of the earth beneath you. Release the hand from your heart and bring both palms towards the ceiling, opening your hands into this sort of receiving mudra, and also reflecting on what is that you can give back to society as you're already receiving, what it is that you can give back. And also working on your communication and your creativity. What is it that you can contribute? What is it that you can do towards perhaps making the world a little bit better? Before you speak, before you say anything, can you connect with that seed of communication before it goes out into the world? And reflect on what you want to say before you say it, before you even say it. And in this giving and receiving, imagining that when we exhale, we create carbon dioxide. And even if it's just a tiny little bit, the plants use it and convert it into oxygen that we then now breathe. And it's a cycle of giving and receiving with Mother Earth and the world. And how beautiful that synchronicity is. And what can we do to also give back consciously, actively, showing empathy to other human beings, to the world, to the earth, to everything around. Okay, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center in Anjali mudra. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again, we're going to do this twice more. Imagining the air that you're exhaling going to the plants and the forests and the trees, being converted into oxygen again that you can then breathe. Everything working in perfect synchronicity. And the next time that you exhale, you're going to sort of do a fake smile, like you are bringing the corners of the lips up. And exhale through the teeth this time, like you're hissing. Elongating the exhale as much as you can. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the teeth. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Release the hands down and bring the energy or the prana to your eyes. Concentrating the energy and the focus on your eyes and start letting some light in. Very, very slowly letting light in. Namaste. Welcome to this class. As I said, we're going to work a little bit on our arms and shoulders and shoulder blades. So the first thing we're going to do, but it's going to be something very, very easy. We're going to bring the arms up into victory pose. And now integrate the shoulders back. Try not to flare the ribs too much forwards. Bring the ribs back and keep your arms there. And this is one of the poses that they do a lot in Kundalini. They call it kriyas. And basically they leave you here for 5-10 minutes. Of course, I'm not going to leave you here for that long, but at least a minute, so that you can see how important it is to have strong arms. Your fingers are pointing towards the ceiling. Your arms are relaxed. Remember that integration of your arm into, or your shoulder blade down the back and your shoulders away from the ears. Close your eyes if you need to. These might get a bit intense. Really grounding through the pelvis, moving the energy down to the root chakra, and also engaging the mula bandha, so squeezing your pelvic muscles and your anus. Everything squeezes so that you can hold your pose a little bit more. And then exhale, release. Does that feel okay? You can move the arms now. Just bring some little movements into the arms. Wonderful. We're going to do another exercise also from the Kundalini tradition. I'm feeling inspired by Kundalini nowadays. And it's very easy, but maybe watch me first. So on the inhale and the exhale, it's a very snappy breath. So as I inhale, I lift my arms, and as I exhale, I bring my elbow down. And then we're going to combine arms, okay? So it goes like this. Okay, you can start whenever. We're going to do it for 1 minute. Carry on going. If you lose the rhythm, stop and go back into it. Exhale deeply. Bring the air back in naturally. And then exhale. If you feel a little bit lightheaded, it's normal. You're just increasing the oxygen intake, and that might make you a little bit dizzy. That's absolutely fine. Okay, last exercise, which is not so vigorous, is simply bring the arms up. Rotate the arms internally. So by that I mean bringing the thumbs forwards. Bring the arms to the back. Touch your hands if you can. Inhale, externally rotate the arms as you bring them in and up. Exhale, rotate the arms internally. Yeah, you have wings, bring them towards the back. See if you can touch your fingers behind. Inhale, opening, rotating the arms externally. Exhale, bring the arms behind the back. Last time, inhale, rotation, external rotation. And then exhale, release. Wonderful. We're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist, and then we'll go down to all fours. Bring the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind. And the way that I would like you to do this is in the stages. So you're just not going like, okay, I exhale and I move. This is a very, very subtle and slow movement. So on the inhale, you grow through the crown of the head. On the exhale, squeeze the abdominal muscles in and rotate a little bit. Inhale, lift, grow. Exhale, rotate. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, rotating a little bit deeper. And perhaps you can do it a little bit more, perhaps not. It doesn't matter. Then just look over your left shoulder and relax the face muscles. It's very, very important. And then as you inhale, come back to center. See both sides of the body and how they feel. If there is any difference, bring the left hand to the right knee, the right hand behind. Exactly the same exercise. Inhaling, lifting. As you exhale, abdominal muscles contract and you rotate. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, rotating. Inhale, lift. You might be able to go a little bit further. You might not. Stop wherever you feel that that's the perfect apex pose for you. And then perhaps look over the shoulder. And then come back. And we're going to do one of my favorite exercises. Might look a bit weird, but it's to basically stimulate the vagus nerves. And so basically bring the hands to the chest and look up. Now start massaging your neck down. And what we're going to do is we're going to open our mouth and say ah. Ah, as you keep massaging your neck, you can feel your vocal cords going ah. And now say ooh. So bring your lips together and say ooh, and go back to ah. Ooh. Last time ah. And then inhale back to center. It might look a bit weird, but it's a wonderful way of just releasing the stress from your neck and facial muscles. Just doing like a little bit of face yoga. Okay, we're coming to all fours. Right, so I'm gonna bring my computer a little bit closer. There you go. So come to hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. And very slowly start with your cat-cow movement. So normally I would give loads of instructions about how to do cat-cow, you know, bring the navel back, engage, blah, blah, blah. But basically, just move freely. So it doesn't have to be rounding through the back. Maybe just move freely, bringing one elbow in and the other one. Just try to bring some organic, free movement onto your back. See what works. Just bringing mobility to all parts of your spine. Okay, when you're ready and happy, bring the right elbow to the floor and stretch the right arm forwards. Now, bring the hips towards the left and stretch the right side of the body. Big stretch. If you're not feeling anything, maybe try to go a little bit deeper by bringing the hips a little bit more towards the left and back. You should feel an exquisitely lengthening, spacious stretch on the left side, on the right side, sorry. Now bring the right elbow to the floor, left hand forwards, hips over to the other side and back. Release the head. Release the head. And then come to your elbows. And from here, you're welcome to stay here or step back into an elbow plank. If elbow plank is too much, bring the knees down. Try to get your shoulders, your elbows and the knees and shoulders look forwards, either elbow plank or knees underneath. And then bring the knees back and sit back into Virasana. Okay, bring the hands together and we're going to do prayer mudra. So bringing the tops of the hands together and doing a little bit of, imagine you're trying to dance flamenco here, okay? Or something of the kind. So they call it wheel of prayer, wheel of prayer. And then the other way. So we're just warming up our hands as well, quite important. Come back to the floor. And this time, we're gonna bring the hands in. If that's too much and that's not working for you, bring the hands to the sides. It doesn't really matter. Now, do a little bit of cat-cow as well on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, and on the exhale, bring the navel back, squeezing your pelvic floor, and internally rotate your thighs. And then inhale, lifting, and exhale, rounding. Once more, inhale, and exhale. Release the hands. And from here, we're gonna bring the elbows back down to the floor. Okay, so see if you can tuck the toes under and lift the hips up. Please keep the knees bent for now. And do a little bit of moving forward and back. Move forward, trying to bring the nose between the hands and back. What might help you here, if you have a block, is to bring the block between your thumb and your index finger and hold it there. And again, bringing forwards and back. Now, if this is a too strong pose for you, come down and do exactly the same thing with your knees down. It's up to you. Remember, it's your cake, your omelette that you're cooking. And just simply move. Remember, we are working on our arms here. Wonderful. Bring the knees down. Lift the block or the hands up. It doesn't matter if you don't have a block, just the hands. Bring your ribs in. And then exhale, release, bring the hands back. Open the chest, look up. Okay, wonderful. We're gonna bring the hands down to the mat, tuck the toes under, and then lift up into a tiger dog. So for tiger dog, bend the knees and try to keep your chest moving towards the thighs as much as you can. Now, see if on the exhale, we can bring the heels down and stretch the legs, maybe not. But see if you can do, even if it's just a sort of subtle movement. And then bend the knees, bring the chest towards the thighs, back to down dog, and then tiger dog, exhaling to down dog, inhale, and exhale. Okay, come to downward facing dog, and then we're gonna work on the arms here. So just a very little refinement, because although you might have been doing down dog for absolutely years, there's always some little refinements that we can do. So we're gonna try to move the lower part of the arm inwards a little bit. Have your hands basically fingers wide open, and the thumb and the first finger into an L shape, and the index fingers pointing forwards. So the lower part of the arm rotates internally, but the upper part of the shoulder rotates externally. So there's a dual action here.
bring the weight of the body into the thumb, mainly to the inside part of the hand. And now internally rotate your thighs. Lift the hips up and bring the navel back. Ribs in, elevate the shoulders, release the head. Release the head is the last thing, but release the head. Okay, from here, bring the knees down. Take a little balasana, or if you want to go into pranam, bring the hands in prayer on top of your head. And maybe you can connect with that antenna to what we were saying before, using the communication. Where do our words go when we say things? You know, are we aware of who's listening and the meaning of the things that we want to say? Or we're just simply talking and not really caring? Are we showing empathy for others? And just connecting with that, with that idea, with those thoughts, with that connection to others, humanity. And then whenever you're ready, bring the hands back to down dog. Wonderful. We're gonna move into a plank pose. If plank pose is too much, you're always welcome to bring the knees down as well. Now work a little bit here with like bending the elbows a little bit and stretching back. Bending the elbows, like little push-ups. And then come back to down dog. And inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Right leg back and up. Bring the knee towards the chest. Hold there. And then bring the foot forwards between the hands. Bring the hands to the front thigh. Again, if this is kind of too much, lift the back leg up. If this is too much, bring the knee down. And keep holding here. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Push into the hands, step back and lift that right leg back and up again. And exhale, release. Take a moment in your down dog to just simply breathe. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, bring it forwards. Hold that knee onto the chest before you plant the foot between the hands. Bring the hands to the front thigh. Again, you can lower your leg or not. Keep holding here. Faces relax, shoulders relax. Exhale, bring the hands down and step back into down dog. Come back to your breath. If you know your ujjayi breath, by sort of closing your glottis and breathing like the ocean, please do. That might actually bring your awareness back to your body and your breath. Otherwise, just simply breathe naturally but consciously. Bend the knees and look between the hands and step or jump forwards to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fall forwards. As you inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back to center. Okay, I'm gonna move my computer back a little bit so you can see me a bit more. Wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna do some sort of Surya Namaskar. As I said, always with awareness on our arms. Then we'll go down to the mat, we'll do some more preparation for Bakasana or crow pose, and then we'll try a little crow pose and final relaxation. Okay, so for the next 10-15 minutes, bring your awareness to the movement. and especially to your arms and your shoulders. Stand very tall in Tadasana, either toes together and heels slightly apart, or I like to just have my feet underneath my hips for a little bit more stability. It's up to you. Bring the hands to the heart center. Rest the thumbs against your rib cage. Connect with that full expression of yourself through communication and your arms, and that giving and receiving what we can give. And what are we receiving as well? That feeling of gratitude for all the things that we're receiving actively or passively from Mother Earth, from others. Just simply connecting with that feeling. Whenever you're ready, inhale, lift the arms up for Namaskarasana. Really stretch through the fingers, but integrate the arms back in like we did before. Exhale, fall forwards into Uttanasana. If you need to bend the knees, please do. Plant the hands down. Inhale into Urdhva Uttanasana. Lift the head and stretch the back as much as you can. Bring awareness to your shoulders, release them back. As you exhale, step back with the left foot. And from here, inhale, come into a high lunge. We're going to do some side stretches. So first one, bring your hand there. Bring the right hand to the left wrist and lean towards that left side. Of course, if this is too much for your back leg, bring the knee down, release the hands and do the other side. So swap hands, your right hand is grabbing onto the left wrist and you're leaning towards that right side. Really opening all the intercostal muscles and muscles underneath your armpit. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back into down dog. Inhale forwards into a plank. Exhale, either chaturanga or bring the knees down and take half chaturanga. Bring the elbows in. Lower yourself down onto the floor. Inhale into Bhujangasana Cobra. Keep breathing, engaging through the pelvis. Really squeeze your pelvic muscles here. Exhale, tuck the toes under down dog. Lift through the hips, bring the navel back, the ribs in, and internally rotate your thighs. Lift the sit bones up towards the sky and extend through the side body. Release the head. Inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Exhale, bring it towards the chest, plant the foot forwards. Inhale, lift the arms up. We're gonna do the same, tilting to one side and the other. So choose a side. Bring the hand towards your wrist and lean towards the chosen side. And then inhale back to center, swap hands onto the other side. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back into down dog. Inhale into a plank. Lower yourself down, either bring the knees down and then come down into chaturanga or half chaturanga. Inhale, lift into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, down dog. Keep lifting through the hips. We're gonna point both feet towards the left and bring the right hand to the middle of the mat. Not underneath, right underneath our shoulder, but just a little tiny forwards. Now, see if you can come into Vashisthasana. Again, this is too much. Bring the knee down and take half Vashisthasana. What we're gonna do here, maybe you can bring the top foot on top of the other. And what we're gonna do here is move the arm forwards, integrate the shoulder in, so move the shoulder back, and then lift the arm up. Again, move the hand parallel with the floor, integrate the shoulder, and now this time we're gonna bring it in line with the ear. Keep lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Okay, exhale, bring the hand down. Either carry on in plank or bring the knees down and take a little rest in Balasana, or you can stay in Plankasana. It doesn't really matter. You're just catching up with your breath. And then come forwards and bring the left hand to the middle of the mat, a little bit further away from your shoulder, not underneath the shoulder, and lift the right arm up. Bring the arm parallel with the floor. Integrate the arm in and lift the arm up. And then bring the hand back parallel with the floor. Integrate the shoulder once more and bring it in line with the ear. Tricep in line with the ear. Palm facing down. Keep breathing. I'm going to see some of these beautiful Vashistasanas. Really, really good. Remember, you can bring the knee down. Good. Yvonne, can you stretch the arm a little bit? Yes, that's right. Daniela, you're doing really good. You can keep your head looking forwards or look up. It doesn't matter. It really depends on your neck. And then exhale, come back to plank. And then lift the sit bones up, down dog. Okay. We're going to do a little balance here. So remember to go with whatever your body is saying. We're going to take two-legged dog. So on the inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Transfer all the body weight onto the right hand. And please don't do this if you have any wrist problems or anything like that. You can also do it with the knee down if that helps. So from here, transferring all the body weight onto the right hand, see if you can at least lift the left hand a little bit off the floor. If this is really simple, the next step is bring the arm in line with your side body. So you've got options there, either knee down or hand a little bit off the mat or hand arm in line with the side body. Keep breathing, engage your core muscles. Exhale, release. And either stay in down dog for a couple of breaths or come down into Balasana. And then we're going to go on to the other side. So lift the sit bones up. And whenever you're ready, lift the left leg back and up this time, keeping your hips parallel with each other. Transfer your body weight onto the left and see if you can lift the right hand. Remember, you can bring the knee down if that's too much. And then maybe hand and arm by the side of your body, of the right side of your body. Keep breathing here. And then exhale, release. Wonderful. Okay, we're gonna loop forwards between the hands and a step or jump forwards to the front of the mat. Inhale into Ardha Uttanasana, exhale Uttanasana. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of vinyasa and then we go down to the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fall forwards, bend the knees as much as you need to, bring the hands down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, right foot, left foot, and into down dog. And breathe. Remember, you bring in your lower arms in and your upper arms out. That's the action. And as you bring the upper arms out, or externally rotate your upper arms, your heart moves forwards. Your head is relaxed. Wonderful. We're going to bring the right knee to the right hand and drop the leg down. Almost like you're coming into pigeon prep. And then bring the left leg or left knee forwards and drop it down and sit back. Okay, right. So the action here to come into crow pose is bring the hands on top of your knees and stretch the back. Now, either bend the elbows a little bit or have your hands stretched, but your tops of your hands are looking towards you. You're looking at your hands there. Okay. So in mind that this is the same pose as you would be doing if you were doing an arm balance. From here, we're going to come into a little Navasana. So lift the feet off the floor. If you want to have a little support, you're welcome to put a brick underneath your feet and keep breathing. And then from here, we're going to come down. Really run through the back to come down. You can grab hold of your legs here and then come all the way down to the mat. And bring the hands in exactly the same way. So the upper arms rest on your knees. And you're welcome to stay here. And this is all you're doing, and this is great. Relax your shoulders. Or see if you can come back forwards. Sorry, I just need to move because I've got little space. And then bring the hands down to the floor. Lift the sit bones up. Remember, you're welcome to stay where you were or not. You can put a brick there so that your head is supported if that's something you want to do. And then bring your knees as high as you can towards your armpits. Lift the chest. This is very important. Look forwards. Perhaps all you can do today is just lift one foot. Bring the heel towards the bum as much as you can. And this is good and this is great. And perhaps you move your body forwards and then lift the other foot forwards. Perhaps. Remember that you're just playing. Of course, you can have a block there for your head if you think you're gonna fall forwards, but I wouldn't really recommend it because then you're kind of looking towards that. Instead, you have to tell your body that you wanna fly forwards. I wanna see some beautiful crows here. Really nice. Daniela, bring your knees high up, down your arms. Good. Irene, really good. Really, really great. Andy, that's really good. Remember, lift your head. Lift your head. Look forwards. That's good. Remember, tell your little bird where you want to go. And of course, Carol, if you're having some problems, do some prayer wheel. Prayer wheel there. Good. Very nice. Wonderful. I'm really loving your Bakasanas, guys. Lucy, bring your knees up, higher up. Yes, that's right. Now lift the sit bones up, loads. Wonderful, very nice. Okay, and if you had enough, come into a squat. Come into a little squat. If you are on the floor, don't come into the squat. Stay on the floor. Wait for everybody to arrive. Leave the test. Again, see, maybe stay here and do nothing, or maybe you can do the face yoga we were doing before, saying ah, ooh, ah, ooh, and then roll back. Well done, guys. Yay. Okay, wonderful. Bring the knees, the soles of the feet down. We're just gonna do a couple of exercises here, and then we'll just go into relaxation. So, see if you can bring your heels underneath your knees. Normally, if you've been doing this for a long time, you develop proprioception and you know where your heels are. Otherwise, just simply see if you can touch the heels with your fingers. Wonderful. Okay, very nice. So we're gonna bring the arms underneath our body and interlace the hands behind ourselves. Now, bring all the energy to your thumbs and kind of squeeze the inner part of the hand. And on the next inhale, lift the hips up. Walk the shoulders towards each other. Keep pressing the inner part of your hand. So the head of the arm bone opens a little bit more. Keep lifting. Keep lifting through the hips. Wonderful. Really, really good. Now you're welcome to stay here, or perhaps move the body weight onto the left foot. Keep your hips in line with each other and lift the right leg up. That's totally optional, remember. Yoga is your own practice. You take it as far as you want. Exhale, release the leg down. Transfer the body weight onto the right. Lift the left leg up. Keep bringing your hips parallel with each other. Exhale, release. And then release the body, but don't release the arms. Just sit on your arms. That's kind of really nice. Just way off the gravity. To just squeeze your arms a little bit. And then exhale, release the arms from behind you. Wonderful. And now we're gonna do just releasing the arms and releasing the legs, as we've been using them quite a lot. Bring your legs up for upside down beetle and shake the legs. Shake, 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 loads. Shake the legs, shake the arms. Almost like you're kicking something, releasing all the energy into the air. Kicking, 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 kicking. Arms, legs. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. As much as you can. And exhale. Release. Ooh. Wonderful. Spinal twist. Bring your hips towards the right a little bit. Drop the knees towards the left. Try to bring your hips in line with your knees and your knees in line with your hips. Now open your arms wide if you have a space, otherwise bend the elbows. Look opposite direction from your legs, if that's okay with your leg. If you want to go a little bit deeper into this twist, bend the left elbow and prop yourself up a little bit and then twist a little bit more and release. And then inhale, bring the knees back to center. Walk the hips towards the left a little bit and drop the knees towards the right. Head towards the left if possible. Again, if you want to prop yourself onto the right elbow and twist a little bit more towards the left, it's up to you. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Bring the knees onto the chest. Grab hold of the outer corners or the edges of your feet for an Andabalasana, happy baby pose. And just simply rock from side to side. Trying to keep your sacrum, your lower back, on the floor at all times. Just simply rocking, feeling the movement. And whenever you're ready, just simply release back into Savasana. If you have a blanket or anything you want to put underneath your neck or your legs, please make it a juicy Savasana, so that for the time that we're here, you get to deeply relax. Remembering that maybe these 5 minutes of your day might be the only 5 minutes that you get to do nothing at all. To just simply be with yourself. The opportunity to just reflect on and integrate all of those messages that we've been working on today about the giving and the receiving. Imagine this beautiful cycle of breathing in the oxygen that the plants and the forests have just released, and then into this cycle of synchronicity and what is that we can also give back. What is our little seed of hope? Bring awareness to the soles of the feet. As you do so, the soles of the feet soften and relax. Bring awareness to your ankles, your lower legs, knees, back of the knee, thighs and hips. Full length of both of your legs, softening and letting go of any tension. Conscious awareness to your internal organs, your rib cage, heart, lungs, softening and releasing. Conscious awareness to those beautiful hands with which you create, those fingers and those wrists, the lower arms, the elbows, upper arms and shoulders, releasing down to the earth. Awareness to your throat, center of creativity as well, communication, to your neck, into your jaw, your mouth. Tongue relaxes inside your mouth, lips gently open, cheeks and facial muscles relaxed. Nose, eyes relaxing inside the eye sockets, eyelids soft and relaxed. Eyebrows and the space between the eyebrows. Skin across the forehead, all the way up to the crown of from the soles of the feet. Feeling complete and in total union with your body.
feeling that integrity, all your body parts in just oneness. Invite a deep inhale to come into your lungs. Invite the oxygen from around you to come into your body. And with that awareness, start bringing some conscious movement back to your physical body by perhaps moving your fingers or your toes, or even your tongue inside your mouth. Stretch the arms above the head if that's suitable, you have a space. And come to roll onto whatever side you choose today. You have a space. And come into a seated position. And I've chosen a little mantra today to close this class, which I will sing. And if you know the mantra, you can sing with me or you can repeat. So I'll sing the first line and you can repeat. So it's a mantra to wish all beings in this planet to be happy, and for the consequences of my actions to make them happy as well. So we'll come to a seated position, hands to the heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Loka samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. I'll sing it twice more. Loka samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. And then last time, all the mantra together. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.